Guys, I didn't see you there. We're back on Monday again. I want to give you an update of a couple of weeks ago. I had a family member with mental health, but I want to appreciate all of you for actually tuning in and seeing my podcast and making all those beautiful comments. I really, really appreciate that. I see that how many people are actually listening to this and it's actually happening in the world, and it's, for me, it's close to home, so it's actually happening. So I like I said, I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful, but I wanted to give you an update on it. So my family member now is at home and actually taking the proper medication. I want to express to you the importance of not doing telehealth when you have someone with mental health. It's very important that you actually see a doctor, a psychiatrist, a therapist, because when you see someone and you communicate with them, the person can actually see you. They can actually see how you are, your feelings, what you're going through, and they can actually give you the proper diagnosis. If you have to go to a mental health facility, a hospital, whatever changes you have to do on your medications. But it's very important because when you do telehealth, sometimes you're not being honest, because you sometimes don't know that you have that disease. You don't know actually. So it's like you're self-medicating. Someone is giving you the prescriptions, but actually that person doesn't really know what's going on with you because you don't even know yourself what's going on. And this is what happened here. And it was happening for almost 3 years, but the last 3 years the psychosis were very high, and the paranoia and the drug abuse caused the schizo effect. So, it's a lot of issues in one, but the turnaround of him going in the proper location where he was supposed to be, and now with a proper medication, it's like I have that person again. I have that little boy again, and I can see that happy face all over again. And it's so emotional, but it's so rewarding, and it's so happy that I finally have gotten across to where that person was supposed to be. And like I say, that yet is best to come, because with the proper medication and the proper doctor caring for his well-being, it's going to make things better and easier for everybody that cares and everybody that's around that person. So, now is working through the process, making sure that when you have someone with mental health, you have to make sure that that person doesn't get stressed, that that person is in a good environment, happy and safe environment for everybody. And the moment that that person doesn't take medication, then there's a switch. Then we have the other personality that comes out. And that's what we don't want. We want to make sure that that person has a balance, meaning his medications, that he works out, that he eats very healthy, and that he's able to communicate to that family member that he trusts, that how he feels, if those sounds or voices that person hears is actually real or not. But that person won't be honest if he doesn't have someone that he can confide. It could be a parent, it could be a sister, it could be a friend, but someone's got to be there to help. And going to the therapist for mental health, going to the psychiatrist, and all those things have to be in place. Just because you have someone in your family that has mental health and say, I don't want to deal with it and I want to just brush it aside, you don't know if it could happen to you, or you don't know if it could happen to someone close to you. And I've seen people, when you talk about drug addiction or mental health, is like taboo. I don't want to deal with it. Or let's put him somewhere in a facility. I don't think it's the right approach. Because if you have a child, or you have a parent, or you have a friend or a family that has mental health, Would you just gonna disregard him? And what happened to all those years that you had that person next to you? Now because you're too busy and you don't want to deal with it, you're gonna disregard it? No, shame on you. I think that if you love someone and you care for someone, you gotta be there in the ups and downs for that person. So, and slowly, if that person does the regimen that they have to do, that person will be just a regular person like anybody else. But it's very important to keep the medication, the exercise, um, you know, yoga, meditation, anything that can and not have a stressful life. And there's changes that you're gonna have to do, but you gotta adapt. But at the end, it's for the well-being of the person, for yourself if you're taking care of that person, and for the family. And I wish that I can help, that I can help people. But I'm saying this from my own experience that I'm living right now. So feel free to comment me directly. Feel free to drop your comments as well. And like I said, I only wish for the best for all of you. And I'm here if you guys want to communicate with me. Have a very lovely day. See you again soon.